So, Takeoff says that they all would like fuck each other's girls, and that was Sweetie's issue with Quavo, that he had her fuck somebody, and from that point on, that's what she did. But he says, Takeoff says that the girls used to come to him and talk to him. You know what I mean? Like, why is he doing this? What's going on? Like, that kind of thing. Like, talk to him. Like, that kind of shit. Because he's a much calmer and, like, real dude. Between Quavo and Offset, you know. And he said Cardi would call him and, you know, like, talk to this nigga, you know, like, crying and shit. He says Cardi used to call him all the time crying. And they would talk. Sometimes they have met up. You know what I'm saying? He tells me, I don't necessarily think that he fucked Cardi, because I feel like she came to him, the way he's telling it to me, like she came to him to, like, hurt and crying, and that she was trying to do it, you know what I'm saying, but he didn't want that, you know what I'm saying, like, nah, don't do that shit, like, no. He felt like it would be grimy of him to do that and take advantage of her in that way. Plus, he didn't want her to, like, try to throw it up in Offset's face, trying to make him mad. So he wasn't even going to do it. So he tells me, like, no, he didn't fuck her. Not on none of that type shit. But Sweetie was getting get back. Sweetie was a different kind of character than Cardi. He said Cardi, for real, in her heart, is a good girl. And she really just wanted some love, you know what I'm saying? And she paid a lot of shit for Offset. She paid his child support down or whatever, and had to pay bitches off and shit like that. Like, he says, it's a lot of shit behind the scene that people don't know that Cardi was doing for him. And she really want to talk about it, but she don't want to look stupid either. You know what I'm saying? So, I feel like there's also some shit behind the scene that's happening right now, too. But he said Sweetie was a different kind of character. Like, Sweetie, once Quavo did what he did, you know what I mean, and, like, shared her body, she began, like, to do whatever the fuck she wanted to do because she saw what kind of nigga he was. And he kept trying to talk to her like a pimp or talk her head off, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was some really weird shit or whatever. But I'm going to do this where I'm going to sit down on the Zoom and I'm going to do something that's going to be very particular. I'm not going to have other people on the Zoom with me. I'm going to sit down with some souls on the Zoom, and I'm going to do it in a very different kind of way. And I'm going to present it for purchase, of course. And those who will purchase it will see it. But this shit right here is deep. And so I just was getting them prepared, telling them what it is that I want to do. And, you know, kind of opening the floor, telling them what kind of sit down I'm looking for. And Takeoff started telling me some stuff. And I'm like, not right now. And they telling me, like, well, you can't control. When you begin to ask the souls the questions, they're going to tell you. You know what I mean? So that, you know, so to answer that, I'm going to just give you that.